We will get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's over live free sports mix for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Play. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us we got Jovan Burts with us, Brian Bitler, Rod Zawacky, and Jay Briggs. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Briggs, Burts, Bitler, Zawacky, and I will close this one out. All right, 10-game card here from the NBA. Some action on the ice, some college hoops action here for our Friday as well. A lot of small conference, and mix in some big conference games in there, but we'll get this one underway. And let's go ahead. Let's start it here off here with Jay Briggs. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Premium. Catch him every day here. Catch his jam session back now as the NBA has returned to action. Bringing Jay right now. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what's happening, my man?
He's going great. All right, here we go. A lot of back-to-back games, and this is one with a back-to-back against a rested squad here as the Nuggets will be here on the road here facing Trailblazers. Nuggets from 9 now down to 8.5. We see the total 216.
Yeah, in all honesty, I'm not surprised to see the line come down a bit from where it was this morning. I wouldn't be surprised if people were betting Portland in this spot. Like you said, it's not the sexiest of spot for the Denver Nuggets on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. They were at home last night. Now they have to travel to Portland and play a team that's played them pretty tough this season. Here's the thing. One thing that I'm not doing right now in the NBA is trying to look at teams for what they were doing heading into the All-Star break. Instead, I'm just looking at teams for who they are in the totality of things. And when I do that here in this game, the Nuggets are the defending champs, a top 3 team in the NBA. The Portland Trail Blazers are a bottom 3 team in the NBA, 28, 29, or 30. Some people might have them as the worst team in the league. I don't think the Portland Trail Blazers do anything tonight, man. I think the Denver Nuggets, who looked really good last night, blowing out a bad team in the Washington Wizards, go on the road, flex their muscles, rested still, had a week off before this back-to-back, so I'm not really too worried about their legs in this one. I think they beat up on a team they're head and shoulders better than. I'm laying the points in this one with the Denver Nuggets.
All right, Jay says go ahead and lay it here with the Denver Nuggets. Go ahead and lay this number here, 8.5, down from the opener of 9.5. Of course, the early money there was on the Trailblazers. Spot here where Trailblazers are resting against a back-to-back spot. Issue here with Denver is been their play on the road. They have not been efficient on the road. Matter of fact, the minus net rating in their road games this year, minus 2.2. And, of course, the defense is really what's gone south for this Nuggets team, failing to cover 18 of 28 away from home.
Yeah, the road numbers are not great for Denver. A lot of times I feel like, A, they're overvalued on the road, and B, they kind of just be going through the motions. This is a team whose aspirations are championship again, to defend their championship. And in a grueling 82-game season, there's just no reason to go balls to the wall every single night. So, of course, you're going to be able to find your spots to fade some of the best teams in the league. If you look at all the best teams in the NBA, other than maybe Oklahoma City, they're all probably negative ATS. Boston, Milwaukee, I'm trying to think. Minnesota's like 2 games up. The Clippers are like 3 games up. So, you can – when you fade the good teams, you're going to be able to make some money in certain spots in the season. And that's been the case for Denver as well. But tonight, again, fresh legs. Last night, we kind of saw the good teams handle business, do what they were supposed to do, beat up on the bad teams. And I think that's what we see here again tonight. The Nuggets are just head and shoulders better than Portland, and they'll beat up on them.
All right, well, we should announce some of the injuries here. Murray will not play tonight. He's out. Remember, he was dealing with, I believe, issue with that knee soreness, and he was questionable probably yesterday. Now out tonight. Caldwell Pope also questionable here. Of course, Portland here missing Scoot, missing Sharp, who's a contributor, and Brockton, who's definitely a contributor. So Portland here coming off the All-Star break, sitting a lot of guys here.
Yeah, Portland has no motivation to win games. They don't. That's clear and obvious at this point. The question is, can they compete? Before the All-Star break, they weren't really doing so. Coming out of it, I think they're on the same regimen they were on, man. I don't really see the path here for Portland. It's Denver or nothing for me in this spot.
Yeah, that remember they played that 2-game series at home against Minnesota. Lost. I think they missed the cover by 4, but the second game they were just blown out of the building. And Portland's usually a pretty good home crowd. There is home court advantage, but Portland really in that second game of that 2-game series with Minnesota really looked bad.
Yeah, they did. And they really looked bad that entire homestand to me. They let the Pistons come in there and beat them. They were competitive with Denver right before that out on the road, but, competitive was still a pretty significant loss. They covered the point spread. Hey, I don't know. If Jokic plays anything like he did last night, go look at his stat line from last night. If they come in here and play remotely anything like they did last night, beating up on a bad team like Washington, they're going to win this game by double digits.
Yeah, and when you look here at Trailblazers, you really need a lot out of Grant, Simons, and Ayton, because after that, man, you got Kamara, Thibault, Banton, Walker, Reith, Chris Murray, Higgins. It's really thin quality here for this Trailblazers right now.
Yeah, I'm not trying to catch that falling knife right now. I'd rather take the defending champs and pray they come out and play their style basketball.
Yep. Okay, so we have Jay coming in here on the Nuggets here. Going to lay the 8.5 here in this spot. I know we got some college hoops action going tomorrow. Chris, check us out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with the morning show. Jay will be hosting. There'll be a lot of talk here, but I wanted to get a game here from you there. Your region, the country out there, is we always like to pick games out of the state of Texas here for Jade here as we do we'll have obviously the show tomorrow. But I was looking here. I just had to get your thoughts here on Houston and Baylor. This is the early game here. Houston's opening 2 points favored on the road.
Hey, I haven't really deep dove this basketball game yet, Tony T, but I'm pretty sure I'm on Baylor money line tomorrow. Play on the spot, play on the situation. I'm 9 times out of 10 on Baylor money line. The only thing, like I said, is when I do go deep dive the game is if I'm gonna release it as a premium. But off the top of the head right now, I'm on them Baylor Bears tomorrow. It's just gonna be a matter of the number. Will it grow? I see 2.5 right now. I wouldn't be surprised that number kind of grew overnight, and I can get plus 120-ish money line tomorrow. That's kind of where I'm looking at. We'll see. But I'm rocking with them Baylor Bears at home tomorrow. I think they show up. Houston's really good. We just saw them damn near beat Iowa State by double digits at home. But now out on the road, Baylor in a bounce-back spot, at home at the crib, revenge game as well, right? Yeah, give me the Bears.
All right, look at the Bears here. Of course, one of the marquee matchups, 6 Eastern time, seems to be the big game here, and this one is in the Big 12 tomorrow. Kansas to host Texas. Will this be a blowout? We'll see. Kansas now opening 7, total 144.
Them Jayhawks at the crib are tough, man. Texas, they're not the same team this year as they were even last year. I'm probably rocking with the Jayhawks in that one as well. I'm rolling with the home team. Big 12 home teams, man. I've said it all season. The Big 12 home teams show up, show out. And I think the Jayhawks probably beat them up and win that game fairly comfortably.
All right, there you go with the Jay giving some action here. The big games here from the Big 12. This team's in the state of Texas. We had to focus there with Jay. All right, Jay here. Nuggets laying the 8.5 here against Trailblazers. This is going tonight, 10 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Stream for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, 10 games from the NBA. We got some action on the ice as well as action from college hoops. Jay enjoying a fantastic NBA season. 2,326 units of profit. All documented over at Pick Dog Stream. Jay coming off an absolute monster performance yesterday. I mean, he was swinging for the fences, man. Home run hitting Jay yesterday. A big time 5-0. Looks like all NBA last night. Nuggets winner, Thunder winner, Mavericks winner, Pacers winner, Magic winner. Taking the living against the dead. It seems to be the way to roll here yesterday. What do you have going over at Pick Dog Stream?
Hey, man, I'm locked and loaded again today on a money-making Friday, trying to keep it rolling into a money-making weekend. 10 games on the card today in the NBA. I have 3 plays for you guys over at Pick Dogs Premium. I thought today's card on a Friday was a little trickier than yesterday was. So Kind of played it a little light. 3 games over there at Pick Dogs Premium, though. Absolutely love all 3 of them. Or you can scoop up my NBA play of the day, hop on something long-term. Just 3 games tomorrow in the NBA. Decent card, though, on Sunday. Huge college hoops card tomorrow. So you know I'm active there. Still plenty of room and, games in there for you guys to hop on something long-term as we continue to try to stay red hot.
That's right, guys. Got to vote with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dog. Pay him 2,326 units of profit in the NBA. You want to try him out for this 3 days? Why not? We've got nice hoops action this weekend as well as hockey with that 3-day pass. Get all of Jay's premium plays for 3 days. All his action for tonight, Saturday, Sunday. Use that promo code PICKET. Check out, save that 15% off. You can also use the multi-capper promotion offer. Even greater value there. Jay, also those big bettors out there, you take care of them with your all access.
Yes, I do, man. So at Pick Dogs Premium yesterday, we're up, we 5-0, so up about 5 units. Well, my All Access members, man, they were up 20 units yesterday due to the rating system that we use in the NBA. So we went pretty big on the Thunder and pretty big on the Mavs and had a nice wager on the Nuggets as well. And so it all ended up being a really nice day. Hey, that's the power of the All Access Club. $1,000 player is up over $100,000 for the season. It's absolutely insane. It's managed by my guy Costi. He takes care of all the customer service work, but it's a great service for you guys. If you want to take betting the NBA seriously, I think you guys should seriously think about joining the All Access Club. Text the number 775-636-7674. We'll set up a time to talk and figure out if the package is for you.
That's right, guys. Got to vote with Jay Briggs for the All Access better. No better time than now to get signed up and make that call or text. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again on the drive-thru here on Monday, but we're loaded here with the weekend. Lots of hoops action. You'll be spearheading the morning shows.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow morning, you guys can catch me as I bring in some of the greatest handicappers on the planet right here from Pick Dogs Premium or Pick Dogs. You'll catch Jovan there. You'll catch Ron Romanelli there, Tony T there, Moneyman Mitch. Should be a really great show. There's a lot of college hoops tomorrow. And then Sunday, NBA's back with a huge card. I think Brian will be there on Sunday. Rod will probably pop in. So a lot of guys you see here on the drive-thru. It's a great show. A little more banter than you see on pretty much any other show because we're all on the screen. But with the huge card it is, you get a lot of great information, a lot of different styles and formulas as well. So, hey, you should tune in and let us help you make some money on a Saturday and Sunday.
Absolutely, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit those notifications so we're live with you. But, one thing about those shows, Jay keeps it moving. It keeps it moving. Yeah, we get the picks in. Some of us a little long ways from banner, but some of us get the picks in and we get out. And we try to give you a lot of coverage throughout the time windows. The key time windows in all the time windows are key in college hoops. Well, we try to separate the time windows from morning, mid-afternoon, prime time, and late night. So you'll get picks throughout the key time starts there on the show. All right, Jake, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow on the show, the morning show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Tony T. See you in the morning. Pick Dogs family. It's been a good one.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on. Jovan Burts up next. NBA coverage as well on this 10-game card. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. We'll also quiz on some of the early looks for tomorrow's college hoops as we're getting ready to look at that for Saturday. We'll bring in Jovan today with action today. Jovan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
Doing pretty good. Looks like Jovan at headquarters got his beers out there, making his best, I guess, today. But anyway, tonight we're going here to NBA action. Cavaliers on the road are going to be laying 5 in this one, total 229.
Yeah, and this number's gotten a little big, to my for my liking. So we're gonna call a little audible. If you got the number, good. If not, then we're gonna get this audible going. I'm on the Cavs, but I'm gonna roll back on this one and take them first half and get a better number. This Cavs team, they was on an extended winning streak, and they've alternated wins and losses. They lost last night, and I expect them to bounce back with a win against the Philadelphia 76ers team, who's 3-7, both straight up in against the spread. But here's the thing. About this 76ers team. they actually, do pretty well against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And, these two teams did face off earlier this month with an outright win by the 76ers. So I'm going to hedge on, full game for the Cavs. I think the Cavs could come in here, first half, do what they're supposed to do, get in, get out, and have a substantial lead. Second half, don't know what's going to happen. The 76ers might reel them in. But I think in the first half, the way to go if you're on Cavaliers is just to bet them on the first half.
Okay, first half. We've seen some line movement come down now from 6 to 5 to 4.5. But it's Jovan here on the first half. Of course, the big question today is the status of Donovan Mitchell. Right now listed as game time decision questionable. Let's see if we can find out any more about it. It is an illness, but a non-COVID illness. He's listed as questionable. No news whether or not if they had even a shoot-around today. It is a back-to-back. Usually they don't have the shoot-arounds in back-to-back, so they're keeping an eye here on Mitchell. And of course, Jovan, you always have to worry about these players with illnesses, whether or not they're able to keep it from spreading.
Yeah, absolutely. Because close, confines, these players all, and his coach staff, they're, always together, travel together, so on and so forth. But I think as far as Donovan Mitchell goes, if he doesn't play, I think it doesn't really do anything for the first half. The second half is when they usually use him as the workhorse. And in using him as the workhorse, he's the one who brings them home, in close games. You see the ball in his hands exclusively, and he does the work. He's either gonna shoot the ball or find an open man. So I think that if he doesn't play, that job would belong to Darius Garland. And I think Garland, as far as the first half goes, I think he could be that guy, who drives the ship for them, drives the bus for them boys.
What's your thoughts here on the Sixers? We've seen them really, without Embiid, the defense has really gone south. They are now just 9 games over 500 right now. I was always concerned about Heel coming over because I know wherever spot he's at, there's no defensive culture whatsoever. I don't know if he's causing this or Embiid's out. What's your thoughts right now with this mix with Philadelphia?
Well, I don't think he's causing it because, without Joel Embiid, this team hasn't really performed well at all. So in certain spots they have, but for the majority of the games that Embiid hasn't been in, they just falling flat on their face. So I don't think he's the problem. I don't think he helps things as far as the defense goes because with Embiid they are a defensive leading team, and he's a ball dominant center. So it's just one of those things where he's going to get his touches, he's going to get his baskets, and without him, they don't have anyone in the middle that could, replicate even a portion of that production that he brings to the table. So they're just, and the way this team is constructed without him, they want to get up and down the court, but they don't have the shooting, to keep up with certain teams when it comes to that. So they could, dribble, drive, try to get to the paint, and all day long. But if you don't have, the horses to hit an open shot from outside, then you're kind of dead in the water. And that's what you've seen from this team. They get into these deficits and they can't dig themselves out of these deficits. So yeah, they're in a bad way right now.
A little bad way there for the Sixers. And I'd like to give you some opening lines here from College Hoops. Of course, Jovan will have a monster card tomorrow in College Hoops. We'll start here with this one. Early start here, Duke, Wake Forest. Wake Forest at home. Looks like they're going to be lined between 1.5 and 2.5 point favorites as these lines are just opening.
Who are they playing?
Duke at Wake Forest. Wake Forest favorite.
Oh, Duke at Wake Forest. Yeah. Didn't Wake Forest beat them already at Duke?
Let's take a look at that one to see if they had already been. If this is a revenge situation here, let's take a look here. Wake Forest and Duke here. Palm actually has Duke favorite, but the numbers are saying something different here. Yeah, it was Duke with the win here, 77-69.
But it was a close one
at home. Okay. It was a.
Oh no, that was kind of recent.
Yeah, that was about February 12th.
Yeah, that was kind of recent. Duke's playing well. Duke's playing well. I don't know if I want to go against them in that spot. Got to do some digging about that game. You know, you said Duke's 1.5 favorite or 1.5.
They're dogs. Forest is coming in favor between 1.5 and 2.5 here as the line's open.
Yeah, I mean, the line the line dictates that you roll Wake Forest in that scenario, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. I would lean Wake Forest, but I would have to do a lot more digging to before I give a call on that one. I don't think that'll be on my card.
All right, Washington, Arizona opened here 14 with Arizona still sitting 14. There are some 15s now here. Arizona, to me, is a tough team to back in Pac-12 against teams with a pulse there laying these double digits.
I know, but after they took that L against Wazoo, listen, I think I might want to be on the Wildcats for this one. This might get ugly quick.
All right, Alabama. This is a marquee game. CBS Alabama at Kentucky. Kentucky, the home team. Kentucky now between 1.5 and 2.5. These lines are moving right now. They're just opening right now. We're seeing the total 176 in this one.
Over. Those two teams over. Both those teams might get to 100.
There you go. May go 100. Big East action tonight, Saturday night in prime time. Villanova at UConn. UConn's going to lay a bundle here, 11.5. Total 132.5.
Man, I mean, you would want to say that maybe Villanova could put up a fight with all those points, but I think it's going to get ugly in that one also. The Villanova did play them tough. A 1-point game in Philadelphia the first game, but yeah, I mean, all coming off that loss, yeah, you got to roll with UConn.
Butler and Seton Hall tomorrow. The lines, the primetime game. Seton Hall still holding the opener here, favored 2.5, total 143.5, down from a point from the opener.
So Butler at Seton Hall.
Butler at Seton Hall, yeah.
Yeah, I would have to lean Seton Hall, and I lean under just without the benefit of handicapping it.
All right, battle in LA here. The rivalry game will be in primetime. USC at UCLA. UCLA opened 4.5, but this line has moved. The total's moved as well. It's now UCLA 5.5. The total open 130.5. Now total up to 134 in this one.
Yeah, I don't really have any faith in what the Trojans bring to the table. I'm on UCLA.
All right, there you go. Just a little taste here for the games tomorrow. Of course, make sure you guys tune in to the morning show. We'll have these games, properly handicapped. We're just kind of making first looks at these lines open here, just giving you some of our early thoughts here. But we have a lot of work to do on these games, so you guys make sure you tune in that morning show. So Jovan here, first half for the Cavs tonight against the 76ers. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight is NBA. Jovan is doing a really good year in the NBA. Also, all sports combined, 622 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. 10-game card from the NBA. We have some college hoops up there as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, I got an NBA 3-pack going. Yesterday wasn't a good performance, as far as the NBA goes. But you're going to have that sometimes with coming off the All-Star break, and just, not having the benefit of these teams playing. And, that week off, it's really a reset. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like opening night in the NBA. You know what I mean? So, I took a hit with a couple underdogs that they were there, but at the final 30 seconds, or not 30 seconds, final minute, it just didn't happen. So it is what it is. Looking to bounce back on tonight. Once it hits, once that 3-pack hits tonight, check out something long term for the weekend. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. It's all here. Sports Chat, Place, and Pick Dogs. Match promo, one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 Capital Promotional. Can't go wrong here. Sports Chat, Place, and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Get on board with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. As you can see here, Jovan showing great performance here in the NBA. Really, really good here. 908 units of profit in the NBA, all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. Great results last 7 days. All sports combined, 622. NBA up there on the board tonight. Of course, you guys love that 3-day pass here on the weekend. Get all of Jovan's premium plays here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There'll be a lot of hoops action this weekend. No better time to get Jovan's 3-day all sports pass. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You guys will save that 15% off. Right, Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Continue the success. We'll catch up with you on the drive-through here on Monday, but we can catch you here on the weekend shows Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Per usual, I'll be here on the morning show on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, giving out a lot of picks. Got NBA back in the fold. I'm not going to deal with any hockey. I'm not going to give any analysis on that. But yeah, big college basketball slate. NBA's locked and loaded, even though it's not going to be a big card on Saturday. So I'll be here for that.
Let everybody know how you're handicapping here on these cards, especially these big cards where we got 140, 150 games up there. You deal in high volume.
Yeah, so as from what I do, it really starts on a typical Friday night. It's from after I sign off here, then burn the midnight oil. So I do like a peripheral, on a 150 or 160 whatever college basketball slate. I have a peripheral look of what I know of the games, throughout like maybe Thursday or Friday morning or whatever, but nothing real serious. But then I really dig in like right around now 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then I burn the midnight oil. I might get a couple hours of sleep and then wake right back up and then get into it again. You know what I mean? I set them up in blocks. If anyone is that dealt with any one of my 3-packs or 5-packs on a Saturday, I deal with it from noon to like the 1:30 games. Then I deal with the 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock games. Then 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock games. Then 6 o'clock. Throughout the rest of the night. If I like the later games. But the later games, there are a lot of West Coast games that I'm really not into. There's some West Coast teams that I'm into, some conferences I'm into, but for the most part, I'm not into it. So I don't really, I really get, it really thins out like from 8 o'clock on. So that's how I deal with it. I go full bore on a Friday night for Saturday.
Yeah, so you're probably looking at Pac-12, maybe Mount West, but of course the Big West, the WCC, the Summit, the Big West, those are conferences. There's just too much out there, but you kind of just...
Yeah, so on the East Coast, I pretty much know all the different little conferences. Even if I don't, deal with the teams, I kind of know who I'm dealing with. But the West Coast teams, some of your name some because you're on the West Coast.
Utah Tech.
Yeah. So
UC Riverside.
And it really depends. And it really depends on the year, because there have been years where I catch a team or a few teams on the West Coast that I know are hot, and I might ride them. So this year, not so much. I'm not dealing with Dixie State, aka Utah Tech, or whatever you want to call them now. You know what I mean? I don't. I just can't get into it. Some years, if I know a team's hot early and I gotta beat on them, I'm gonna ride them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but this year, not so much. But it really, what I'm saying is, it all depends on the year. And other years I've been really locked in on college basketball, and I've been up there in the leaderboards. This year, not so much. So I'm really dealing with teams that I know, conferences that I know, the Big 12s of the world, the Big Easts of the world, the ACCs, even smaller conferences like what the hell what conference is that? No. What conference is that where
A10?
Where no, not Big 10. I know
A10.
the Big 10.
A10.
No, the A10. Yeah, I know the A10. And the A10 has had a slight resurgence over past years. I'm talking about on the West Coast, like it's a lot of Texas. What's the conference that New Mexico State's in?
Oh, they're in conference. Now they're in Conference USA. They used to be in the WAC.
No, New Mexico State?
Yeah, New Mexico State's now in Conference USA.
They moved over to Conference USA. Yeah. So yeah, even like Conference USA, I might have a beat on a couple teams, in that conference, But yeah, other than that, once you get like into the into the Deep West, it's nah. The big sky, the summit. Yeah, I don't know.
There you go. So we got a word on Jovan. He breaks it down in time slots, guys. Lots of volume from Jovan, so get signed up. All right, Jovan, have a great night. Get ready with that midnight oil. Get the coffee in you, and we'll catch up with you again on the show on the Drive Thru Monday.
Oh, man, I do this cold turkey. I don't drink coffee.
There you go. All right. That's probably why you need that nap.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, like around midnight, 1 o'clock, I might, take a couple hours, set the alarm and then get right back at it like 3 o'clock, 3:30ish.
There you go, man. Life of the Cappers here. All right, Jovan, have a great night, and we'll catch up with you again here on the Drive Thru Monday.
Absolutely. Have a great night, win, and see you on Monday.
We'll see you on Monday. Jovan Burts here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Guys, you ever miss a pick? We recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Brian Bitler is up next. Let's bring him in right now. Brian has been tearing up in college hoops this year. We'll talk about that a little later. Brian, what's happening?
Tell you what, great to be with you on a Friday. Square dancing Friday night. I got looking forward to Saturday's monster card. Should be a good weekend here. NBA, we got a nice card to deal with on a Friday night. And hopefully we get some winners out there for everybody.
Yeah, let's get some winners tonight. Indeed, that's the goal here on the Drive Thru is get you guys some winners here. And, of course, we're going to look at this one tonight here. Again, both teams on back-to-backs. So we're going to be looking here at this as we move the chains here. Suns and Rockets are going head-to-head here. The Rockets are going to be dogs here. The Suns road favorites 3.5. We see the total come in 234.5.
Definitely. This was a play that I looked at, and I had it up to upload as a premium play, and then I backed off late. And this morning, I believe the line was 5. Now we see it at 3.5 here. Houston had that red hot start to the season, but they have really cooled off a bit, and they've been a tough team. But when playing at home, this Houston Rockets team, 19-9 straight up, 18-9-1 against the spread. Really a terrific mark for sure for bettors. Phoenix, on the other side, has shown massive improvement, but still just 23-31-2 against the spread. So definitely a money loser this year for bettors. Revenge chance for Houston. They just lost 129-113 to this team in December. Rockets ranked 5th in the NBA in defense, and that's their strong suit. Suns 15th. I believe the Rockets can slow down this Suns offense, and I think it's going to be within a possession. Earlier today it was 5 points or so. I think Bradley Beal being out probably affected that line. But for me, I'm going to take the Houston Rockets at home plus the points. I think they pull the upset though.
All right, Brian here on the Rockets here plus the 3.5. No Beal, no Lee, but just as important here is the rim protector out here for Phoenix. No Nurkic, who it may not do much for you offensively, but man, I'll tell you one thing about Nurkic. He makes the life of the guards and forwards a lot easier because he's right there in rim defending.
For sure, if you don't have that big guy, you saw that big guy last night from Florida Atlantic, and he came up big for them. You really need that big guy in the center guarding that rim. Really helps your team out for sure.
I think a good example is when you look at teams like when you look at the Lakers without Davis, when you look at the Warriors without Draymond Green, and you see the value of the importance of that
Sixers
big guy.
Embiid.
Yeah, and Embiid.
Sixers without Embiid.
Exactly. You see the importance. I remember with the Celtics without Williams. Remember their big rebounder when he was out? You see that huge difference here defensively when those guys are missing.
For sure. Yeah, Boston Celtics, when the Chief, Robert Parrish, would be playing if he'd missed some games. Definitely need that guy guarding the center for sure.
One thing you get from the Rockets at home is they really play a good defensive style of game.
Yeah, they don't get to be ranked 5th in defensive rating for nothing. I think they even turned that up. I wish I saw what their defensive rating was with playing at home, but I think they even turned up a notch from there.
Yeah, second in defensive
so,
rating.
The Suns aren't a team that you could just bet blindly. They have played better basketball as of late, probably over the last dozen or so games. But I think in this one here, I think the Rockets have a good. Rockets are just a different. If the Rockets played on the road like they do at home, they might be a playoff team. But sadly, their road record's atrocious, so they're not going anywhere.
No doubt about that. All right, we always ask Brian. I know for some reason the Temple team always likes to play on Sundays. They play on Sundays. They're going to play Sunday, but they're on ESPN. But they're going to be on the road to face Wichita State. The KP line has Wichita State here laying in this one about, looks like they're going to be laying 7, and the total looks to be about 141.
Boy, maybe I'm a homer here, but I think I'll go with Temple. I took Wichita State the other night, and Wichita State always seems to burn me. Not that I guess these are both teams that burn me a lot, but 7 just seems like a little bit too much here. I think it's about a 4.5, 5 point win for Wichita State. I would lean towards Temple, just as a quick line look ahead.
Look ahead there for Sunday. Brian's we always choose Brian on the Temple team. They always play Sundays, so we'll see how that rolls. We'll see how that one rolls. But anyway, Brian will be on the Rockets plus 3.5 against the Suns. This one will start tonight here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, NBA on the board. As you know, the NBA has returned tonight. We've got 10 games on the board. College hoops as well, heading to a huge college basketball weekend. Look at the numbers for Brian in college basketball. 3,000 units of profit in college basketball for the year, documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. You can verify those numbers by going over to Brian's handicapper page. And you'll see every play documented. Every time the plays are in there, they're graded immediately, and you can see them right there in the database there. When you go to Brian's record, every play that he's released here on the site is up there, and it adds up to 3,000 units of profit for this season. Fantastic work from Brian. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Well, I got 2 premium plays up still left for college basketball for tonight. I'll definitely have 5 tomorrow, but right now I'm 83, 51, and 1, 62% run in college basketball, last 135. You can get the rest of my picks for the rest of the college basketball season for just $3.29 over at pickdogs.com. Use code PICK at checkout, get 15% off of that. That's $170 off the normal price, so make sure you drive-through guys take advantage of that. Also, my titanium play, red hot titanium, 59, 27, and 1, 69% winners, last 87. If you just want to bet the best bet every day, so go on over to pickdogs.com every day. Check out that titanium play for just $25. We're going to make it a big weekend this week, and definitely looking forward to hanging out with all the guys tomorrow.
That's right, guys. Get up for with Brian's college basketball rest of the season pass. A lot of action coming up here all the way here with March Madness coming up, the NCAA tournament. Also, don't forget all the minor tournaments up there, NIT as well as the CBI. A lot of great conference action there and Rose tournament action as well. So get on board with Brian Bitler. All right, Brian, as always, great having your show. Continue the success. We'll catch up with you again on the show here on Monday on the drive-thru, but let everybody know you've got that video series here, a very popular one here at Pick Dogs. As you like to be contrarian, look for those really good, sharp contrarian plays going against the public.
Yeah, guys, make sure you tune in to Pick Dogs channel every day for my sharp betting contrarian predictions. Right now, I'm just about to shoot a Mississippi State versus LSU video, so make sure you guys check that out for tomorrow. And I'll be on with all the guys on Sunday breaking down hopefully some college basketball, some NBA. Definitely should be fun this weekend.
All right, guys, so make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Brian is live, you're live with him. Get those plays in real time when he drops the video. All right, Brian, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again here on the drive-thru on Monday, but I think you're Sunday here on the weekend show.
I'll be there for Sunday for sure. Tomorrow my son has a baseball evaluation, so I'm going to miss Saturday. But, I'll have all my plays up for sale at pickdogs.com, so make sure everybody checks that out.
Yeah, check it out. All right, Brian, have a great night. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. Let's continue, guys. If you have missed any pick, we always recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Hockey on the board tonight. We'll bring in Rod Zawacky. He's always been good to us. Catch him at Pick Dogs Premium. Rod, what's happening? Oh, we might have just lost Rod. It might have just froze. Maybe some internet issues there. I thought I saw him moving around there on the screen, but might have had some issues there with the internet. We'll get to Rod here in just a second. Here he is. He's back. Now he froze again. Let's see here. Let's see, Rod, still on the frozen tundra there. Let's see. We'll give him a second. Let's get to my pick, and then we'll get to Rod. We'll move the show along here on the drive-thru. I've got him on camera, so if I see him come back in, we'll get him in. Let's see. Maybe he's back again, and we're seeing movement and then frozen screen. But this might work this time, actually. Let's see if it's working. Are you there, Rod? Now we are mute there. Let's see, Rod's going to sign up. Let's see, we can hear his voice. Let's see, we lost his voice there. Still there on the frozen screen is Rod. And now here's some voice. You there, Rod? Looks like he's having some internet issues right now. Let's get to my pick, and then we'll get to Rod in just a second. We get some.
No, I think we're good.
Now you're here now. You're here good now.
Yeah, you know what happened? I think what messed it up was when I logged in at the beginning of the show, I signed in on my phone.
Oh.
Right? Because I was still uploading videos for tomorrow's hockeys. Because we had 13 hockeys, so uploading over here, I was using the data on my phone to sign in, so I didn't miss the beginning of the show. Yes. And then now I'm signed in on the computer. Maybe a little interference there. But anyways, we're here. Let's get some.
We're ready to roll here with Rod tonight. We're going on the ice tonight with Rod. Oilers and Wild going head-to-head here. We see in this one the Oilers favored $1.83. We see the total 6.5.
Yeah, and you look at this one for me and the Wild. Sure, they are big dogs in this one, but they love playing the Oilers. 8-2 in the last 10 meetings versus the Oilers. They split the season series 1-1. But you look at that one game that the Wild whooped up on the Oilers. It was Jack Campbell in goal for the Oilers in that one. So I guess you can kind of guess. You can say you give the Oilers a little bit of reprieve in that one, but still, they got whooped. And they've got whooped by the Wild on more than many occasions. I have this Oilers team. And for me, this Wild, they're playing great hockey. It'll be Gustafsson in goal for the Wild in this one. The Oilers, this is the first half of a back-to-back, so they're going to start Picard in goal tonight for the Oilers. And the way the Wild, they're ripping it up and scoring goals in bunches. This is going to be a tough. An over might be a not a bad play here, as we could see some goals. But I'm going to take the big shot with the dog here at this plus price. The way they play the Oilers, give me the Wild. This is a look-ahead spot. The Oilers got to play the Battle of Alberta tomorrow, where they got to finish this game, and then drive down to Calgary and take on the Calgary Flames, who are sitting there waiting. Calgary just beat Boston. They're ready to take on the Oilers. This will be the round 3 of Battle of Alberta. The Oilers have already won a couple. This is a big game for the Oilers. Whenever you're looking ahead a little bit, we know Skinner's going to start in that one. I think this is a letdown. Wild come in and pounce, get themselves a win, I guess, a nice plus price on this one. Give me the Wild.
Wild here, plus 159 against the Oilers. Tomorrow, the Wild will be in Seattle. So this definitely seems like a more marquee matchup here for Minnesota.
Definitely, right? So they're more pumped and jacked. They've got Gustafsson going, which is their better goalie. Fleury will be starting that one for Seattle. And like I said, this is one of those games that the Wild they just love taking on Edmonton. And Picard, sure, Picard's had a nice run. But I watched that. I was at that game in Boston, and sure, the Oilers they played good. They got down a few times, battled back, tied it up, and lost it late in overtime. But what I seen was some bad passes. Well, I don't know why they were making these weird long ice passes. If they continued to make those same passes, which is what happened, they did it all game. It wasn't like they got away from it. So I'm looking at that same craziness to carry over into this one. Those bad habits are going to come to the forefront again. And you make those same long passes, the Wild team are just as fast as you are, if not maybe just a touch faster in some departments. They're going to whiz by you and rip it in past Picard. I think Picard's going to get peppered, as we say, and he's just not going to keep up. It's just going to be one of those games that Picard is going to look like a backup, and the Wild are going to take advantage and score lots. If you want to take the team total over for the Wild as well, I think they score 4 or 5. We've seen high-scoring ones where the Wild have given up a few as well, so I expect some goal. The Oilers are not going to be kept off the score sheet, so an over might not be a bad play, but the Wild get the win. I think they get it.
Wild has some quality wins recently at Vegas and then beating Vancouver, putting up 10 on them.
Right?
Yeah.
Playing some good hockey. They came out in that third and ripped 7 goals in that third period. I believe they got in that game.
That was a wild. That was some performance there by Minnesota in that third.
They were down 5-2 at one point in that game, and the Wild came roaring back. I remember because I looked and seen it was 5-2 Canucks. I went, oh, Canucks got that one all wrapped up, and then I turned around and looked and was like, what? How did you lose?
That's right. How did that happen? All right, we'll get Rod's bonus in a little bit because we're hitting the witching hour here. Wild plus 159 against the Oilers. Tonight's NHL from Rod. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, NHL on the board with 3 games, 10-game card NBA. Also, college hoops head into a huge weekend this weekend with hoops and hockey. Rod having a fantastic 2024. Past 7 days been on fire. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Big Dogs Premium, lighter card for me tonight. I've got 3 plays. I have 2 college basketball plays I love and 1 play in the NBA. You can get those all together in my Steak Friday package, or you can get my top college basketball play that I love, my 10-star college basketball Mega Money Blast. We crushed it yesterday, 19-8 the last 27 college hoops plays. College hoops have been rolling the last 2 Saturdays. Have both been winning Saturdays. Last Saturday, I was like Jovan and put in a bunch. I put in 14 plays. We went 12-2 last Saturday.
Wow.
The Saturday before that, I put in 10. We went 6-4. I'm 18-6 the last 2 Saturdays. So jump aboard, grab that 3-day pass. That way you'll get today's plays, you get Saturday's plays, you get Sundays, and you know me, I always make sure that I got some Mondays plays in there. That way you get 4 days for the price of 3. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Join me for the weekend. I'm crushing the hoops on Saturdays.
That's right. Get on board with Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results. Get on board with those long-term passes and the promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. Right, Rod? Any bonuses for tonight?
Bonus for tonight. I'm looking at, I like the Jets here. If you look at the Jets playing tonight, we're going to go with the Winnipeg Jets. I think I like the under in that game as well. I think we got a lower scoring one. We've seen both meetings this season. We finished 2-1 in that game. But I think the Jets have a little bit better game. They win on the puck line. So I think the Jets on the puck line and pair it up with the under. And you'll have a happy night. Little same game parlay, 2-teamer. Jets. Exact score if you want to sprinkle on it. It's either going to be 3-1 or 4-1. It depends if they can pop maybe 2 empty netters. I think I would go exact score 3-1. Jets win.
There you go. From Rod Zawacky, the bonus play from Rod. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. We'll catch up with you again on the drive-through Monday. We can catch you as well on the weekend shows. And your video series, you go A to Z, every game on the board from the NHL from Rod, a pick from every game. Also parlay game tonight and a monster card tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. 3 games tonight. Check those out. Like, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. That way you get notified when the newest content drops. So much content at Pick Dogs you don't want to miss out on. So you want to get notified when it all drops. And yeah, 13 NHL tomorrow, plus the parlay video. Big day on the ice. Tune into the morning show. Always good time. You see Tony there. Brian. Brian's on Sundays, he said, right? Sunday? Yeah, he's out there Saturday. Sunday. Jovan will be there. I think Costy's in there. Jay's in there hosting. I think Mitch was on the list, too.
Mitch is tomorrow. Romanelli's on tomorrow's list.
Saturday morning show. Yeah. I think Ron's on the list, too. So definitely tune in on Saturday. Always good time there. There's definitely going to be a little banter because I can guarantee that we're not agree on some games tomorrow.
That's right. That's right. It'll be a little bit of banter.
Definitely, we're not going to agree on them all.
That's right. No. That's right. It won't. But guys, check out Rod's video series. Hockey tonight. 13 or 12 tomorrow. Rod, it's a big card tomorrow, right?
13 hockey videos for tomorrow's action, plus the parlay video. So 14 hockey videos for me. It'll be up shortly. I'm going to be up a little bit sooner than normal because the upload people who does it, hey, they're going to go check out the concert. So.
All right, you got to get him up there. All right, so Rod's got to get to work on him, and of course we got a lot of college basketball handicap as well. Long night coming up. All right, Rod, have a great night.
I'm going to be like Jovan. See, I pulled out the big mug, right? I had to go with the big mug. I'll be ready to go. It'll take that long to get through. I haven't even, like I said, I've just been doing all these hockey videos. Now I'm like Jovan. I'm going to go take the dogs for a walk, clear my head, right back into the office. Tackling the college hoops.
So Jovan, and sometimes I'll do this. I'll do like a 2 or 3 hour nap. Are you one of those that will take the nap before, or just go through the whole route and just get extra sleep?
Depends.
Okay.
It depends as you're going along, right? As you start going, you're going, and it depends how you feel. Like if I still feel fresh enough that I can keep going, I'll just keep going. I'm that type that I'll just keep going. But if I start to get, as you start to read something and then sometimes you start to drift, you're like, man, did I just read that? Damn, I got to read it again. Yeah. And then if that happens, I lose focus. I'm like, nope, that's it. Shut her down. And then I'll do like Jovan, have a couple hour nap, get up, refresh, get another shot of coffee, or go get a coffee. For me, I'm a fresh air guy. I like to go out, that air's crisp in Canada still. So, especially at night. Once the sun goes down, woo, it's crisp. That'll wake you up. Nothing to go for a little walk, take the dogs with you. They love it. Go for a walk, get some fresh air, and then come back in, grab another coffee, go back at it. So, yeah, I'm not really a nap guy. Not a night nap guy, because once I fall asleep, Good luck getting back up.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part, right? That is the hard part, trying to get back up again. It is harder to do that.
It's to get back up. Because once you get all comfy, you're like, I don't want to get out of bed again.
I know. That's tough. I've experienced that many times. I said, well, I think I'm just going to forget the nap, move the alarm to 4 a.m., get up, and just knock out the rest.
Yeah, move the alarm to 4. Yeah, exactly. Especially a couple hour nap. Nah, I don't need the nap. Wait, I'll just go a couple hours before in the morning.
That's right. Just actually get to the morning. All right, Rod, have a great night. We'll catch up with you on the Drive Thru Monday. We'll catch up with the weekend as well on the weekend shows.
You as well, everybody. Good luck with your bets, Tony. We'll catch everybody on the Drive Thru on Monday for sure. Catch you then. Good luck. Crush the rookies.
Crush the books. Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Get your best bets ready. We'll read them out here at the end of the show. We'll get to my pick, and then we'll get to the recap, and then read off your best bets. So, guys, get your best bets in right now into the chat. All right, here we go. Niagara and Canisius. We will be on the Niagara side. Niagara's won every road game in the Metro Atlantic, and looking at Canisius, is a team that has lost 7 of their past 10. They're really a poor shooting team, sitting 9th in defensive efficiency, sitting 8th on the offensive side in offensive efficiency against the Metro Atlantic Conference, and that is a key there, is they have not been very efficient at all in conference. They lost on the road to Niagara by 5, but Niagara has just been road warriors in Metro Atlantic. So this is a team you definitely want to keep an eye on as we get into conference tournament action, because they've been getting a job done. And it's really been from the 3-point line, 37% good shooting inside. They defend the 3-point line. They're the best defensive rebounding team in the conference. And we'll go ahead and take Niagara, lay the 1.5 here against Canisius tonight's action here from Metro Atlantic. All right, guys. Over at Pick Dogs, we have a 3-pack tonight here from the NBA. Also a best bet on the board from College Hoops, so go ahead and get signed up, guys. Remember, get my long-term pass. I have a 3, 7, or 30-day out sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period of select. When you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Multi-capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, let's continue here on the Drive Thru, guys. Get your best bets in right now in the chat, and we'll read them here at the end of the show. Let's go ahead and get to the recap. On the recap here, we have Jay on the Nuggets, lay the 8.5 against Trailblazers. Jovan liked the first half with the Cavaliers against 76ers. Brian liked the Rockets plus 3.5 against the Suns. Rod was on the Wild plus 159 against Oilers. I'll be on Niagara, lay the 1.5 here against Canisius. The one I like the most, I like Brian's Rockets picks here. The good defensive team at home against the Suns. Of course, we did say the Suns had no Beal. I think we can now go over some of the injuries. I saw someone in the chat mention Mitchell out. Let me verify that. Looks like Mitchell, that was the word here in the chat. Mitchell out tonight. That was the one. Yep, we can now confirm that Donovan Mitchell is out tonight here for Cleveland against the Philadelphia 76ers. Rozier, Richard, let's see, Butler will play tonight for Miami. For the Pelicans, no Ingram. Williamson is listed as questionable. So Zion questionable for New Orleans tonight. Notables there. We mentioned earlier, no Beal, no Lee, and no Nurkic for Phoenix tonight. That's another reason why I like that play there from Brian tonight. Nurkic is that rim defender, and that's a key component there for defensively for the Phoenix Suns. On the Clippers will come in with a clean injury report tonight. So far, nobody there on there. That's what this looks like so far. Clippers laying 9 tonight. As far as the Warriors here, Warriors looking just Paul out. Looks like Payton will be a go. Ball and Williams out for Charlotte. Bertans is doubtful for Charlotte in their game tonight. Minnesota and Milwaukee, looks like Clark is out. Middleton out for Milwaukee. Looks like Connaughton and Giannis are on the probable side. On the Denver side, we reported that Murray was out tonight. For Denver, we had Pope as questionable. Let's see if there's been any change. This is a later game tonight. Still the same. Caldwell Pope, questionable status here. No Brogdon, no Brown, no Scoot. No Rupert, no Sharp for Portland tonight. On the Lakers side, we didn't really touch much in this game. Lakers and the Spurs. Lakers now up to a 10-point favorite. Morris is the only one out for San Antonio. On the Lakers side, no Wood, no Vincent, no Rambis, no Reddish. Davis is the question mark now. Davis questionable. James expected to play. Let's see what the word is on Anthony Davis tonight. Listed as questionable here. Achilles issue there, and let's see here. He shook off the probable towel. Okay, he was probable yesterday, but played in the game. So we're going to keep an eye here on Davis here. So Davis is the question mark tonight here for the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Drive Thru. Guys, get your best bets in if you would tonight. and we'll read them here at the end of the show. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again Monday live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Big Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. We'll go out our plays in real time. Remember, always get started with that morning show here. During the weekend, it'll be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Jay. And, of course, many of the Drive-Thru cappers there giving out their plays. Of course, remember all the video series here at Big Dogs. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. His betting tool shows, roundtable discussion with the professionals. Jay with his NBA Jam session. Also, Chris with his Around the League from the NHL. Ron Romanelli, bank shot breakdown from college basketball. Costi coming in with his sharp trading plays. Rod Zawacky, A to Z from the NHL, every game on the board, as well as an NHL parlay. We also have first half NBA plays here from Nick Mencken on the video series. Parlay videos from our man Brad Francis. Mills coming in here with his UFC rundown, as well as his prop shot video. All access from Big Al McMorty. Sharp contrarian plays here from Brian Bitler. Also against the public betting here with Dana Lane. Wayne Scott coming in with his boxing video series as well. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when these plays are dropped here on the channel, you get them right away. Get the best bets. All right, let's give you guys some of the best bets in the chat today. Blake coming in with Quinnipiac here, -3. Ron Crawford likes Quinnipiac money line. Abraham coming with Portland +10 tonight. Yale as well here from Blake. Yale -3. Likes the Laker game under 241 from Blake. Likes the Hornets +12 in there as well. So you guys coming in here with the plays tonight here on the chat. So appreciate everybody's contribution here. And Blake is also on the Rockets plus the points there from Blake coming in with his best bets tonight. And Bo Dunn Sports believes the Cavs should cover tonight. That's from Bo Dunn coming in with his pick tonight. Let's see what the best bets coming in tonight here from everybody here. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see here. We have Chris White Thunder. Nevada lay the 10.5. That's Chris White Thunder coming in. We get his pick here today on the show. Mills in here. UFC Mexico this week. Moreno and Ortega Rel Jr. Here's what he's saying. UFC fights finish or go distance is up today on Pick Dogs after the drive-thru. Check it out. So check out Mills' video series. They'll be ready to roll here tonight. Let's see if there's any more best bets coming in here, guys. Here, Cesar Castillo likes the Cavs as a lock -2.5. Mr. Jones 509 Lakers -10. Run it. So he likes the Lakers big tonight. What else do we have here coming in right now from everybody's Washington in here with Cleveland Cavs lay the 3.5. Let's see if there's any more best bets coming here. Last call for your best bets, guys. Get them in, and we'll read them out here in a second. And I think we've got them all in for now. We've got them all in. All right, that's going to do it for the show, guys. Be sure to tune in again Monday. We'll do it all over again. And we'll be back on Monday with the show. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our cappers from tonight. And we'll goodbye.